Hello class, today we are going to be learning about the amazing world of shortcuts. Now shortcuts on a computer are exactly like the word says. Short tricks that help you do things quickly, that allow you to actually change things on your screen without having to use the mouse or your eyes. So let's check out the list that I made for you. Here it is in Excel or Google Slides. Sheets. And we're going to go through one by one and get these done. Now, before I say anything about the individual shortcuts, you need to understand that when I say Control plus C, you would hold the Control key first, not let go of it, and then press C. The top part is going to be a list of commands that you can use in almost any program. The bottom part can be used in internet browsers. Usually you can use it with any internet browser. Alright, now that we have the basic understanding of what's going on the sheet, where I give you the shortcut sequence and I give you the name, I'm going to tell you basically what all these things do. Now, a little background for these first three. Before we had computers, people actually had to physically write or copy text if they wanted another copy of something. So, copy, very similar to people writing things with their hands. You would be making another version without getting rid of the first. Now, after I copy, I paste. The reason they used the word paste, it's linked to the word cut. If you didn't want to copy something and you just wanted to move text out of the original thing, you would take scissors and cut the words out. So, when you use the cut command, Control X, you are cutting that out, and then you would glue it or paste it onto the other part. So when they use the words cut and paste, it goes back to paper and things like that. So the way that I'm quickly cutting and copying and pasting is I do Control C, Control V. Is that Control V? And I can paste this as many times as I want. Or if I selected a whole bunch of things, I could paste all of those. It's like magic. Now, the next thing, find. I love this tool and you will love it too. Now, if you look up here, if I hold Control and press F, you're going to see Find in Sheet. Now, if I were to do this in Wikipedia, I just get this box. So Find will actually search pages for you. You don't have to read everything. You should read to get your information. But in order to find the information that's useful, you would do Control F, and then say, I want to learn about beagles. Uh-oh, 0 out of 0. There are no beagles on this page. That stinks. What if I wanted to learn about, let's see, collies? Look at this, intelligence. Under the word intelligence, we see collie. I can read this rather than have to read all of this to get to it. So that is Control F. You type what you want to find, and then it will show you all the spots that word comes up. If you misspell the word, though, it's not going to show up. Next thing, Windows tab, that's when I go like this. You're going to hold the Windows button, which is actually a picture. So be careful of that. Alt tab, it's the same thing, but instead of changing the whole screen, it's just going to do this little box that shows up. Okay, Control, Alt, and any arrow. I added this one because sometimes my students like to do this to each other. You hold Control, you then hold Alt, and then you press an arrow key. The arrow will point to where the top of the screen will be. Okay, Control B, bold. Control I, italicize. Control U, underline. This can be used in Google Slides, Google Sheets, Google Docs. It could be used in Microsoft Word. It could be used in anything, even Google Sites, where you're editing text. Sometimes it won't work, and that's okay. Now, moving right along, we're at about 5 minutes. I want to go over some of these shortcuts for Google Chrome. Now, Google Chrome has a lot of excellent features that are not included here. But I'm just using these because these are the best shortcuts that I use all the time. Control T, boop, is going to make a new tab and automatically put your mouse clicked in the top. I love it. I love it because you can open up a bunch of tabs. Let's say I want to look up beagles. And then let's say I want to look up collies. And then I Control T. I want to look up pit bulls. Now I have 3 different searches going on. I didn't even have to click or anything to do my research. Going back, let's see, new window. So this screen that I'm showing you right now is a window. If I want to keep my tabs separate, I would press Control, and then I would click press N, and now you'll see I have 2 windows. The next is very similar, Control Shift N. But this is going to be incognito mode. Incognito means secretive. And the reason they do that is because the reason they have this is because it won't keep track of who's logged in. So when you do incognito mode, what I think it's pretty neato, personally, because when I want to log into more than one Google Drive, I would be able to do that using incognito mode. So here I can be in my set orange, and here I'm in my Gmail. However, in school, I do not want to see you in your personal Gmail. That is against school policy. All right, Control L. Wonderful thing. Let's say I'm looking through. I'm trying to find all these shortcuts, and you know what? I want to do another search. You do Control L. And that, you see how it highlighted all the text up here? It's going to click the URL so you can change your website. And, oh, I don't want Yahoo, I wanted Gmail. Oh, I didn't want Gmail, I wanted YouTube. So I'm able to quickly go between all those different websites. Refresh, totally essential. Totally essential. Control R. If ever your things are not working correctly, I recommend just refreshing. It's the same as pushing this button up here. Control R. Refresh. Okay. Control W. That's another thing I use. Control W will be Control W, and it will X out of your tab. That actually reminds me, I'm going to add another one to the bottom of this. Okay. Excuse me. Here we go. Go to next tab, Control T. Control Tab. It went from here to here. It'll go from here to here. Ready? Oh, Control Tab, Control Tab, Control Tab. Control Shift Tab is going to do the opposite. So it went from here to here, and now it's going to go from here to here. Control Shift Tab, Control Shift Tab, Control Shift Tab, Control Shift Tab. Okay. Find, we already did that. F11, full screen browsing. Look how much space I've just added. It gets rid of some of the unnecessary things at the top so that you can see more of what you're looking at. I like using F11, but if someone uses F11, the next person may not know how to get out of this. So it's up to you to undo that. Okay, now Control Shift T, restore closed window. There have been so many times in my life, I have to tell you, where I just weep and jump for joy because of this function. If I was doing research on beagles again, and I spent hours and I found the perfect, let's see, hunting hare. Okay. Let's say I spent hours and I'm looking for this. And somebody comes over and they're like, oh, he's done looking at beagles. It's a boring looking beagle anyway. They X out, and then you go back to your computer. Oh my God, they got rid of it. Well, you do Control-Shift-T, and it will actually open up the windows you've closed. And I can keep doing it. All of the windows I've been closing today with you, I can restore, and I can open them again. It's a lifesaver. So I have a quiz for you about what these do. I will not actually quiz you on the names of them. I will quiz you on what they do. So pay attention to that, and I want you practicing these all today. Good luck.